Hey everyone, this is Akash from Drona HQ and today I'm going to show you 4 tips and tricks to make the most out of your date and time control in Drona HQ. So date and time control is one of our most popular controls and people use it a lot, but it can easily get quite annoying, especially if you don't know how to use it correctly. For example, you're getting dates from one place, it's in a particular format, but when you try to put it in a database, that requires it in another format. So it quickly gets very complex, and if you don't know how to use it, it can be a real pain. So without any further ado, let me show you 4 tricks to how to easily manipulate your date to get what you want. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to look at is how to extract the month name from your date control. So as always, I have a blank screen open with me. I'm going to open up the control section and add a date control, which we of course need to extract the month from. And I'm also going to add a text control to display the month name. So let's change this text control to something meaningful. Maybe I'll write result over here rather than text input. And I'll keep it read only because we don't want to mess around with it and just see the result. So now that I've had my control set up, I just need to go to the place where I want to display my month name. In this case, it's the text box. I go to the data, bind data section and go to custom formula, and we're going to play around here. So the function which we need is called date string or date str for short. This is a handy function which takes in a date and outputs it in a string readable format. So which date do we want to convert? Our date picker control, which we just added. So I'm just going to enter date picker, and what format do we want to convert it in? In this case, we want just the month name. So I'm going to type MMMM for the whole month to retrieve the whole month name. There are a lot of formats for this. I'll link all the formats in the description below so that you can see how to retrieve exactly what information you want. But for now, let me just click save and validate. And if I save it and run it, hopefully we should get the desired results. Awesome. So the next thing we're going to look at is how to format your time control and time inside that to the way you want it to. So you can format it in any way you want, only hours, only minutes, hours and minutes, or whatever you'd like it. So let's quickly see how to do that. Again, I go to my control section, search for my time control and add it. Awesome. Now I'll configure the same. Maybe I can delete the date picker since we no longer need it. And I can configure the result to display the content from our time picker instead of a date picker. So let me just erase this, and I'm gonna write time str, which is the counterpart of date str. And what do I want to format? My time picker control. And what format do I want it on? So let's just say hours and minutes for now. So HH for hours, MM for minutes. Let me save and validate. Awesome. And if I preview it now, we should be getting something. So I can change the time over here from my time picker, and if I press done, you can see it shows the result in the hours and minutes format. So there's multiple formats you can use again. So HH is for hours, MM is for minutes. If you want to display seconds too, put in SS, and if you want to display AM or PM, just put in a capital A over here, and you can save and validate this. And now if I view my thing, I can see that everything works and is getting displayed in my result correctly. So 4:17:00 PM, which is actually a bit weird because, well, it says PM but it also says 16 over here, which is kind of wrong, right? You don't want to display the 24-hour format and PM together. So the simple fix for that is you go back to the edit formula, and instead of the HH you added here, which was in capital, you enter small h and save it, and well, it's as simple as that. That should get fixed. So if you preview it again, Awesome, we're getting it in the 12-hour format with the PM here. So yep, that's about it. Let's now find out how to find the difference between two dates, be it number of days, number of months, or even number of years. So I've already deleted my time control and I'm going to go back and add my date picker over here. So once I do that, I'll head back to the result where we're going to play around, go to the custom formula and use a different formula function here called date difference, which, as you might have guessed, is used to calculate the difference between 2 days. So let's calculate the difference between, say, today. For accessing today's date, you can use the keyword today and date picker, and then the format of the difference or the numeric value you want to be displayed. So if I type Y here, it will show us the difference in years. So let me just save and validate this and run it. So by default it shows 0 as the date picker is today's date itself and the difference of the years is 0. But let's go and let's pick some other date, maybe in the past, maybe 2001, right? And if you see now, it shows the correct answer, whatever it is, -20, that's the difference. So of course you can play around with the format again. You can put Y for year, M for months, and D for days. If you want something more advanced, like say you want the year correct to the decimal, so say you want 2.53 years to be displayed, then you can just display it in days and divide it by 365. So yeah, you can do all the permutations and combinations you want. So yeah. So the last thing we're going to look at is how to put a date in the date picker that is maybe 2 or 3 days ahead of a default date. For example, you might be making a ticket booking application and you want to set the default date for the ticket show as 3 days after the present day whenever the end user is using the application in. So let's see how do you do that. It's pretty easy. So again, for now I'm going to delete this result control because we only need our date picker, and let me head over to the custom formula of this date picker. So by default it's today. We're going to change this and we're going to use a control called date, which what it does is it picks up a date and converts it into a machine readable binary value. So inside here we're going to pass 3 arguments. One is the year, then the month, and then the day. So for the year, we are going to use the date_str function which we just saw, and we are going to pass in today because we want the year to be today's year. And what format is that going to be in? YYYY for retrieving just the year. Then we are going to pick date_str again, and we are going to use today again because we want the month of again today. And what we're going to do is this time set the format to to just retrieve the month numbers. And finally we need one last date_str for the date. So again I'm going to pass in today and I'm going to pass the format as dd to retrieve just the day number. So right now we have passed today's date and we have parsed it into the date picker control, but that's not what we wanted, right? We wanted to go a day ahead or behind of the current date. So what I'm going to do is in ahead of the day, I'm just going to do a +3 to go 3 days ahead of today's date. And that's pretty much it. If I save and validate, it should work. It's showing me July 17th, which is 3 days ahead of my current date. And if I view it, should also be 17th July, which is picked up correctly. Awesome. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Hope you liked these tricks with the date control and hope you got to learn something out of it. And yeah, catch you guys later.